1944. Allied forces are preparing to drive the Nazis out of France. They don't know where and when we'll land on French soil, and they are desperate to turn the tide of war back in their favour. They still have the infrastructure to transport deadly weapons at a moment's notice around Europe, and the French resistance have uncovered a rumour of a secret weapon so ruthless, so severe, it could make it impossible to reclaim France. This threat can't go ignored. Disrupting logistics within the German army is key. It's up to us, the SOE, to work with French resistance on the ground and make that possible. With a little help from the boffins at home in Station 12. The Nazis aren't the only ones with secret weapons. I'm going deep behind enemy lines. A covert mission that could get messy, suitable for a man of my particular talents. Time to get to work.
Saint-Raymond, regional headquarters of German military intelligence. We have been using a dead drop at the city's basilica to contact a mid-rank officer we know only as Vertigo. His last report spoke of a serious threat against Allied forces. He has offered detailed plans to the Resistance in exchange for safe passage. I planned to extract him days ago, but was instructed that only the SOE were to make contact with Vertigo. Since then, the city has been overrun with Gestapo. We can only surmise that they are aware of Vertigo and that he has gone into hiding. Bonne chance.
Mission fulfilled. Hawker has returned with Vertigo's intel. Analysis by our on-site codebreaker, Sergeant Morris Ahmed, already confirms some of the claims made by Vertigo. If the claims are true, we could be dealing with a new, unknown, and deadly Nazi superweapon. Therefore, the SOE is of the belief that D-Day is at risk. Hawker will remain embedded within the Resistance. He will work with them to identify the exact nature of this threat and neutralize it, by any means necessary. From the ongoing analysis of Vertigo's files, we now know that this new superweapon involves the nearby district of Fourvière. There, a greatly increased Nazi presence throughout the region is being overseen by an unusually high number of Gestapo, who are operating out of offices situated within the Hotel Terminus. Among their concerns are high volumes of suspicious cargo passing through the train station. Last we knew, local resistance attempted to inspect some of the cargo, but we have since lost contact with them. Locate them, should you wish. While we don't yet know where these shipments are headed nor what they are, we believe some of these supplies are being stored within the hotel. Your orders are to recover intel from the Gestapo offices, inspect the cargo in the hotel's cellar, identify what warrants such protection at the train station, and use your discretion regarding how best to deal with anything you should find. Good luck. Mission fulfilled. Reconnaissance carried out by Hawker confirms the Nazis have been transporting high volumes of specialized equipment, the nature of which strongly implies their superweapon project to be chemical in its nature. A cargo manifest acquired by Hawker further confirms this thesis. In addition to the equipment, vast quantities of chemicals are being transported by rail through and from Fourvière. Fortunately, we have a lead as to where. Intel recovered from Gestapo offices have revealed a number of sites with ties to the superweapon project, which we now know to be called Kleine Blume. Of particular interest is Site D, which we believe to be the manufacturing plant for the weapon. While our on-site codebreaker deciphers the final Vertigo files to identify the precise location of Site D, a new and urgent matter has come to light, requiring Captain Hawker's immediate attention. While London continues to locate Site D, the Kleiner Blumer production facility, a new urgent matter has arisen, as well as an opportunity. Due to the challenges faced during our initial attempts to bomb the Vallée de la Cluse Dam, the Germans have come into the possession of an undetonated upkeep bouncing bomb. The top-secret design of which the Germans have been unable to replicate. Until now. Local resistance report that a team of German superweapons experts have arrived to study the bomb, having travelled in from one of the potential Site D locations. Notably, they work for Dr. Uwe Schörner, one of the world's foremost and most infamous chemical biologists. Hawker, you must return to the dam and destroy our bomb before it can be extracted or transported. And you are to eliminate all traces of any German work relating to our bomb, including anyone who has worked on documenting the device and any output they've generated. Mission success. The bouncing bomb and all studies of it have been obliterated, and as hoped, the German scientists have shed more light on the Kleiner Blumer threat, their possessions concealing intel that both corroborates our findings and confirms the location of Site D. These new Nazi documents refer to Special Committee C, the chemical weapons division within the Speer Ministry, led by Otto Kruger, officially disbanded, yet apparently still operational, and extremely dangerous. As to why the superweapons specialists would dare carry this evidence confirming Kruger's seemingly unsanctioned activities, we can only speculate. Perhaps they plan to report his deeds to the Reich. This would explain the following comms intercepted by Bletchley Park.
Der Abwehrmaulwurf wurde zum Schweigen gebracht. Und trotzdem finde ich, dass Ihre Gestapo unsere Geheimnisse nicht schnell genug verbergen kann. Finde nur ich es eigenartig, dass uns die Alliierten offenbar auf der Spur sind.
Da unsere Feinde so interessiert an der Arbeit des Sonderkomitees C sind, befriedigen wir ihre Neugier. Es wird höchste Zeit für einen Feldtest der kleinen Blume.
Chemical analysis of equipment and components recovered in Fourvière indicates that Kleiner Blumer is an advanced form of nerve agent, and as a result, poses a significant threat to D-Day. Thanks to the Vertigo files and reports from resistance cells throughout France, we are continuing to identify all sites being used by Special Committee C. And we have now located Site D, the Kleiner Blumer production facility, and the location of a command and control bunker, the destruction of which could aid impending Allied efforts in the area. With vast amounts of chemical components arriving at regular intervals, the nerve agent is being manufactured in a plant hidden somewhere within the Rove Tunnel, west of Marseille, dangerously close to a large civilian population. Hawker, despite the risk to the surrounding population, your mission may be the only way to save D-Day, and perhaps the war itself. Locate the Kleiner Blumer production facility and destroy or disable the plant, by any means necessary, at any cost. Mission fulfilled. Hawker has successfully disabled the Kleiner Blumer production facility and avoided any civilian casualties in the process. Though the Germans no longer have the means to produce Kleiner Blumer, it is unknown how much they had stockpiled prior to today. It must be understood, there is more Kleiner Blumer in Nazi hands. The threat it poses remains, but not for much longer. Thanks to intel recovered by Hawker from the production facility, London has located the center of the Kleiner Blumer program, as well as Dr. Uwe Schörner, the head scientist responsible for the deadly nerve agent. It's time to deal with both. London has located the Special Committee C Nerve Center, the heart of the Kleiner Blumer program, Fort Rouge, a Napoleonic bastion once thought to be impregnable. London's efforts to destroy the site have failed, Using their anti-aircraft gun battery, the Nazis brought down our master bomber. The RAF are now softening up the area. With a well-placed transponder, they'll be able to level the site with precision bombing, even under pressure, utilizing an experimental weapon of our own. Known as an earthquake bomb, it will obliterate the fortress and destroy any on-site Kleiner Blumer. Although we only have one today, Station 12 assure us it will be more than sufficient. Hawker, while the Nazi eyes are on the sky, your mission is to infiltrate Fort Rouge, locate and destroy the AA guns, recover intel that can help us understand how best to nullify or destroy Kleiner Blumer by identifying its weaknesses or limitations, and place a transponder to aid our bombers. Due to the priceless intel, we'll await confirmation of your exfiltration before they strike. Good luck. Mission fulfilled. Thanks to Hawker, the RAF successfully destroyed the fortress. From multiple resistance sources, we believe that Special Committee C's stockpiles of Kleiner Blumer have now been weaponized into warheads in a hidden area within Fort Rouge, and have been transported by rail to another site. However, thanks to Hawker's efforts, his photographs of the French railway network map will help identify all remaining sites being used by Kruger, and by those actively supporting his mutiny. More pertinently, we know where the Kleiner Blumer warheads have been sent. The Vallée de Dieu vineyard. D-Day is imminent, but remains in jeopardy as long as the Nazis and Special Committee C still have Kleiner Blumer.
Wir haben die Waffe entwickelt, die die Invasion der Alliierten aufhalten wird. Eine Waffe, die unser Führer in seiner Feigheit nicht einsetzen würde. Wir werden unsere Mission erfüllen. Deutschland wird siegen. Und wenn es uns das Leben kostet. Schon bald werden wir in Reichweite jeder Landungsstelle der Alliierten sein. Der Sieg gehört bereits uns.
Hawker, so far you have destroyed the means of manufacturing the nerve agent Kleiner Blumer, and played a vital role in leveling Otto Kruger's warhead assembly site. Unfortunately, all the warheads have been extracted by rail before your arrival, thanks to the machinations of Kruger and Special Committee C. Analysis of the railway network map you acquired has determined that, against all odds, the last remaining Kleiner Blumer stockpiles have been sent to the Vallée de Dieu vineyard. London has reason to believe that this was once a V1 launch site, and since aerial photography has failed to confirm this theory, well, there is speculation that the V1 site may be below ground. V1 flying bombs alone are capable of mass devastation, but equipped with Kleiner Blumer, the Allies would be defenseless against such an attack. If our suspicions prove correct, Hawker, do whatever it takes to stop the Kleiner Blumer from being deployed. Good luck. Mission fulfilled. While confirming the presence of the V1 launch site, we were again too late to intercept the Kleiner Blumer warheads, and Hawker uncovered the true crisis we now face. Zugwerfers. Heavily armored combat-ready Sonderzuger locomotives, equipped with the means to launch bespoke rocket-powered Kleiner Blumer warheads, loaded with what we can only hope are their last reserves of Kleiner Blumer. One alone could destroy D-Day. We believe the Germans possess 4. London has determined the most likely site the Zugwerfers will be dispatched from. One way or another, the end is nigh. It's time to put a stop to Kleiner Blumer and Special Committee C, once and for all.
Allied forces have commenced Operation Overlord, and will land on French soil within 24 hours. Once the Nazis learn of our intended landing site, the Zugwerfers will be able to reposition and annihilate our entire landing force. Station 12 photographic reconnaissance puts the Zugwerfers at Gare du Nord, a major rail hub somehow still operational despite multiple Allied bombing runs. RAF Mosquitoes are en route, carrying payloads of a secret incendiary compound called napalm. Your mission is to do whatever it takes to ensure the trains cannot deliver their Kleiner Blumer payloads, and to place a transmitter to signal commencement of the precision bombardment. Due to the clear and present threat posed to Operation Overlord, Hawker, there won't be time for you to get clear. It is with immense regret that London thanks you for your courage and sacrifice. Godspeed, Harry.
Mission accomplished. Thanks to the actions of Hawker and the SOE, Morris and Station 12, Carillon, and an unfathomable number of heroic resistance fighters, the D-Day landing was uninterrupted by the Kleiner Blumer conspiracy, and the operation was ultimately successful. Special Committee C are no longer a threat to the Allied war effort. The end of the war is in sight, but the fight is far from over. Preparing new orders for Captain Harry Hawker. Codename Wraith.